Hello, just want to make a real quick little short video here. Basically, I've got a nice ham steak center cut there. On the back, I have a sirloin tip, and I have 2 butterfly chops, and then I have something I haven't cooked before is an arm roast. Kind of interested to see how it turns out. Obviously, all 4 are going to take a different length of time, so I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I've as you can see, I kind of browned the top of the arm roast already. Had it on here first. After a bit, I've turned the heat down to low, had it on high, searing them. Give them a few minutes here and I'll turn them and take a better look. So, have yourself a great and wonderful day. Hello, I'm back. It's been about 10 minutes or so, I guess, here. You can see I got some nice grill marks on the meat here. Basically, the arm roast obviously going to take way longer. You probably can't tell in here, I'm not sure on the screen. Definitely got a lot of pink left in it. Went ahead and done another rotate on it. I'm basically not brushing any barbecue sauce, not anything. I've got a bunch of salt and pepper, some steak seasonings, and pretty much that's about it on here for seasoning. I'm a big fan of just kind of letting the meat have its own flavor. So I'm not going to basically saute it and like that in. I'll probably grill up a few onions maybe to throw on top of here. Haven't decided yet. The one thing I do have in here that I really enjoy the flavor of is I have a smoker box. This is just a cheap little grill, but the smoker box tossed in there is a really great thing. Throw in some applewood chips is probably my favorite, and sometimes I will even go ahead and take the time to soak it instead of water in actual applesauce. Found it's a really great flavor. Adds a wonderful deep smoke taste to it. So anyway, go ahead and close this up so this thing can get to cooking more. It loses a little too much heat that way. So you guys have a great day, and I'll let you know how it turns out. Hello, I'm back here with a short, quick little tip. As you can see in there, the internal thermometer on that big arm roast is just barely above 60 degrees internal temperature. It's actually been on the grill now for, I would say, a good, I don't know, easily it's been on there probably 25, maybe even 30 minutes. So you definitely can't tell by the outside when things are done. So you got that big, a thick piece of meat. You have to throw the heat down on low, let it just cook slow and low, and let it really soak through. That way you can make sure you keep checking your internal temperatures to find out when it's done. Because outside will definitely lie to you, and you always hate to cut open your meat just to measure temperature and look in the inside. So definitely use a meat thermometer. It's going to save you a lot of hassle and definitely from getting sick. Hello, I'm back now to the big arm roast I got here. It got way too dark outside in order to even see what was going on, so I had to bring it in. It's also, I went ahead and brought it up to about 165 degrees internal temperature. My wife's kind of a little bit paranoid on the medium well stuff, or she kind of doesn't like the medium rare. Sorry about that. So I went ahead and kind of overcooked it just a little bit. I have let it set for about 10 minutes. Let the meat really rest and let it rejuice itself before I go ahead and actually cut into it. I'm a real big fan of making sure my meat has a chance to rest before I start cutting it, because I don't want the juices to just pour out on the plate. I want them to actually soak back up in the meat. So I'm going to go ahead and just give a nice, good little cut here if I can, one-handed, and kind of see what this looks like inside to show you guys. Really don't have a clue what it's going to look like yet, so hopefully it's going to look good. I'm going to feel like a bit of an idiot if it doesn't, so like I said, kind of a pain in the butt doing here with one hand. I really need to figure out a tripod for my iPod here. So anyway, we'll go ahead and see if I can't pull this apart. And as you can tell, beautifully done. Just a tiny little bit of, pink left in the middle, just the way you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and slice myself off a little bit here. That way I can have a taste and I can find out what it tastes like. Also, if you notice the juices pouring out there, that's after it's set for about 10 minutes. You can really see it kind of squirting out as I'm trying to cut through the nice little piece for myself. So I usually try and eat more of the middle, leave the outside edges to my wife. Again, like I said, she likes it a little bit better, a little deeper cut there for cooked though than I do. I like mine a little more rare than she does, so I try and eat out of the middle and leave her the edges, because obviously the edges are going to get done first. Let's see here. Only thing I had in this was a little bit of garlic powder, salt and pepper, of course. And I think I had a Cajun spice, I believe it was. Let's see here. Yeah, actually, that one right there. Cajun seasoning. It's actually pretty good. I enjoy the flavor of it. A lot of times I'll inject these with some other kind of like fluids to kind of help keep it moist, but I was in a bit of a hurry today. I ended up cooking 4 different kinds of meat. I get a spurt every once in a while where I just really feel like cooking meat. Stopped by the local Fairway there, grabbed off a handful of pieces off the meat counter, came home straight and cooked it away. So the one bad thing I gotta say is the pork chop I had, butterfly cut. It was rather chewy. Don't know if I maybe cooked it wrong or if it was just a bad piece of meat to begin with. So I'll tell on the second piece what it was. So anyway, here goes tasting test. I gotta say, damn, that's good. Well, hope you guys have a wonderful day.